friends, it's Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs, and here it is, August 31st, and I am doing my monthly month-end roundup. I am in a hotel room, and it's kind of weird, the lighting in here. I've been trying different things, curtains open, curtains closed, various lights on and off, and I just can't really seem to get it right, so I'm not sure how shaded this is going to be. But I think I'll try to be brief today because I am in an airport hotel at Gatwick Airport. I am in a nearby hotel, and if I am near Gatwick, that tells you I must be on a flight out of here in the near future. And sure enough, on Sunday, September 1st, I will be leaving England. So where will I be going? Stay tuned. Actually, if you keep an eye on my YouTube channel, especially on the shorts, I do have clues and show you where I'm going. And I will also be updating on my blog post, thelifestyledigs.com. How's the month of August been for me? Well, as some of you know, I'm a nomad. I am homeless, so I don't have anywhere to put my stuff. I have all my stuff with me. I travel with all my worldly belongings. So one of the things I have to do tonight is suitcase weigh in and what is too heavy for my suitcase I have to put into my laptop bag, my backpack, and carry it on the plane with me. So once again, I am playing the little bit of Russian roulette with my luggage weight, and it always seems to work out, so hopefully I will get it right again tomorrow. Worst case scenario, I'll be wearing my winter coat on the flight, even though where I'm going, it's still summertime. What have I been doing this month of August? I have been house sitting in and near London. I started off house sitting for 3 weeks in the northern part of London, the northern end of the Piccadilly tube line, if anybody is familiar with the underground system in London. And I was there for 3 weeks. Same family I was house sitting for a year ago, and I came back this year because I was still in the area. I was still in England and Europe. However, they have got another dog, and he's a young dog. He's a puppy. He's about a year old, and he really has no training. And unfortunately, it's not a big house. So if you can have a big dog, and this is kind of a German short-haired pointer crossed with something else, it was an oops pregnancy that the homeowners had heard about, and they helped out and took in one of the puppies last year. Um, and the dog is high energy. It's from a sporting breed, and it really hasn't had any training. And they probably should have named this dog the Destroyer. This dog's into everything. He jumps up on the counters and filing cabinets. I mean, really, I needed a vacation just when the house sit came to an end. But a lovely family, obviously, or I wouldn't have gone back again this year to be house sitting for them. Their older dog, their senior dog, just a joy to look after again. But the Destroyer, all the things he got his mouth on while I was there, it was like, what's that noise? What have you got in your mouth this time? Sorry about that. I just jostled the cord of my laptop. And after I finished that house sit, I went to another house sit in the southern part of London, the Wimbledon area, if anyone's familiar with that part of England and London. Again, it was very easy for me to take a train and come into London every day, train in combination of the underground. So I have done a few things. I went in twice to London this past week, which is, yeah, maybe about average for when I'm in the area. And this time I went to see the Horse Guard parade. That's the King's horses. The Horse Guard is kind of at the entrance to where Buckingham Palace would be, where the mall, the road that goes down to Buckingham Palace and St. James Park. So the horses are kept in barracks, barn, whatever you want to call it, stables. And I often see the two horses out front. They're out there usually until about 4 p.m. every day. The riders change off after every hour, but I've never actually seen them as a group ride their horses down to Buckingham Palace or coming back when their shift's over, going the other way. So I managed to catch that on Wednesday. It wasn't as exciting as you would think. The 12 horses came down and came into the yard, and they stood. 6 fresh horses and riders were across from them. Eventually, out of the 12, that were finishing up their shift. 6 of them left and went back to the stables. So that left 6 fresh horses and riders and 6 that were coming off shift. And the 6 of them, they just sort of stood there for half an hour staring each other down. And, people were getting bored and leaving. But eventually another 6 fresh horses and riders came out, and the 12 went down to Buckingham Palace. And so I kind of walked up that way to see where they went, but I also caught the tail end of the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, and the band and the guards that were coming off duty were coming down the mall, so I stopped and took pictures. That was pretty good. And the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, I think that's about 3 or 4 times a week. There's a schedule set up, so you have to check that. So I went back yesterday, which was Friday, and I decided to watch the changing of the guard for a change. I don't usually do that. I've seen the changing of the guard a few times when I was younger, when I was a teenager. Yeah, you've seen the guard change once, you've seen them do it a million times. But I was just kind of hanging out, so I did stay up there for a while and watch the whole ceremony. And one of the exciting things that happened to me yesterday, as I was walking across Westminster Bridge, which crosses the Thames River, is right where Big Ben is in the Parliament buildings. As I'm walking across, and it's just jam-packed with tourists, basically on the sidewalk. And then there's also a lot of street traffic. But I saw 2 horses. These are mounted patrol policemen riding horses. They were coming up the bridge. I thought, I've never seen the mounted police on Westminster Bridge or any other bridge. I've seen them in other parts of London and in the park, but I've never seen them on the bridge before. So I ran back to take a shot of them, and then I managed to take a shot while they were continuing across the bridge. So I got the back end of the horses with a really nice picture of Big Ben and the Parliament building. So I was quite happy about that. That's just something that just is, like I say, it's never happened to me before. So I ended up my last day in London on a good note. I enjoyed my time walking along the riverfront walk there. There's some acrobats that I really like. Check my video shorts. I do have them up, quite a few of the acrobatic maneuvers. And yesterday there was more of them than there were on Wednesday. Wednesday there was only 2 acrobats. Yesterday there were 5 of them. And one of them was actually balancing a bike on his head, which that had the seat of the bike on his forehead, and so that was pretty impressive. I mean, I can't balance anything on my head. Well, I can balance my hat, but even with my hat, I got to hang on to it. The wind's here, lose my hat. So not going to really take up a lot of time. I have to get busy with my suitcase. So that was it for me for the month of August. And accommodation costs, because I'm a nomad, I try to save money by house sitting, and I have volunteered for a few months earlier this year. So my total housing costs, I had to take an Airbnb for 2 nights in between house sits last week, and really nice place. I really enjoyed it. Nice homeowner. We had great chats, and that was about $150 for 2 nights. And this hotel I'm in here in Gatwick, again, nice hotel room. I'm happy with it. Also about $150 for the night, and that's Canadian dollars. So 300 Canadian dollars for my accommodation cost for the month. That's not so bad. And because I keep my accommodation costs down, then I can have a little bit of extra money to do some sightseeing or go out and have something nice to eat. And what can you say? England is one of the most expensive countries in the world to visit. Okay, it's Cheryl from Lifestyle Digs. Thanks for watching today. This was my roundup of everything I've been doing in August, my month-end roundup. Bye for now.